welcome to Ultimate Survival Tips. I'm David. Today we're going to continue our series of looking at all the Gerber, Grylls Survival Series knives and tools that were released in 2012 by looking at the Gerber Grylls Scout Essentials kit. We'll look at this kit from every angle and suggest upgrades and alternatives, and before we're all done, we'll talk about who this kit is best suited for and who should look for another solution. So let's jump in. The Gerber Grylls Scout Essentials kit is a small, self-contained, basic first aid and survival pack. The kit includes this water-resistant case that holds everything, the Grylls Compact Scout Knife, the Grylls LED Micro Torch Flashlight, waterproof matches and a match striker, a small compass, the Grylls Pocket Survival Guide, a roll of medical tape, and a small pile of other first aid items. Gerber says this kit contains 12 pieces, but to their credit, this is an understatement compared to most emergency kits these days that count every band-aid as one piece. So we counted every individual item in this kit and actually came up with 34 items. Every item in the Grylls Scout Essentials kit packs neatly in this water-resistant, high-density polyethylene or HDPE case. This case is 4 3/4 inches high by 3 3/4 inches wide by 1 inch deep. With all of the gear inside, this case weighs in at only 5.4 ounces. One thing I really like about this kit is its size. It takes up very little room and fits in pockets, packs, and most vehicle glove boxes easily. This case is pretty rigid plastic, so it should be resistant to being dropped or having things dropped on it. This case has a textured back and front, similar to other gear in the Grylls line, to help you keep hold of this kit in rough weather. On the back of the case, there's a basic rescue and distress signal chart that appears to be screen printed. This is opposed to having a sticker glued on the back, so this guide should last pretty well, not peel off or scratch up easily. So there's this diagonal cutout on the corner to make it easy to open the case. To open it, simply grab the top and bottom half of the case and pull them apart, revealing the gear inside. Just like this. When I first opened the case, I immediately noticed how well the top and bottom fit together. Actually, this case fits so nice that I wondered if the case might be even a little bit waterproof, so I had to do a test. First, I replaced the gear with a completely dry paper towel so I could feel if any moisture came through. So I tossed the case in a watering trough as it filled to create some movement, and I waited 5 minutes as the case floated around. Then I pulled the case apart, and the paper towel was bone dry. So for my next test, I sunk the case with a brick and left it for another 5 minutes under the water. This time the paper towel was a bit moist towards the top, however the rest of the paper towel was dry. And quite honestly, I was surprised that the whole case didn't fill up with water. So if you're going camping, hiking, or backpacking, you should be able to have a pretty high degree of confidence that this case should keep its contents dry. If you're going canoeing or rafting, you may want to put all the first aid gear in a Ziploc bag and then put it back in the case. Oh, I almost forgot. One really cool feature of this case is that the top and bottom halves can each be used as water collecting containers. Okay, now let's talk about what's inside, starting with the first aid gear. To start, there's a nice sized roll of medical tape that is 1/2 inch wide. It's sealed in a reusable plastic bag to keep it from getting all gummed up. Next, we have 6 standard size adhesive bandages and 2 butterfly band-aids that Gerber calls emergency stitches, since they are designed to close up small cuts. There are 2 alcohol prep pads for cleaning around cuts and scrapes, 2 antiseptic pads that Gerber calls wound wipes, 3 2-inch by 3-inch non-stick pads that Gerber calls surgical sponges. These can be used to wipe up wounds or used as larger bandages when held in place with the medical tape. Then there are 2 4 by 3-inch moleskin pads. Moleskin has flannel padding on each side and is sticky like a band-aid on the other. These pads are designed to be cut to size, and then they stick on tender spots, corns, calluses, or the beginnings of blisters to relieve foot discomfort when walking or hiking. The moleskin adds a layer of padding between your foot and your shoe so you can keep moving forward. Next, we have a sealed pack of 10 waterproof matches that are each about 2 inches long with a small but effective match striker. Next, there's a small compass in this kit. It's about the size of a large button and is really nothing to write home about, but it seems durable enough and it does its job of pointing north. Another good thing about this compass is that it doesn't take up any extra room in the Grylls Scout Essentials kit because it tucks right in the center of the medical tape roll. Just like this, see? Next, we have the Grylls Priorities of Survival Pocket Guide. I've always really liked this simple guide because it does contain the basic knowledge needed to survive in the wilderness. It includes essential knowledge about clothing, shelter, fire, rescue, signaling, navigation even without a compass, water sources, collection and purification, snares and traps, knots and scavenging, and it talks about the mentality you need to survive. And it has a 10.5-inch ruler on one side and a 26-centimeter ruler on the other. And I really like that the pocket guide is printed on plastic, not paper, so you can confidently use the guide even in rain without it melting in your hands. Next we have the Bear Grylls Micro Torch flashlight. Bear Grylls Micro Torch is a very compact, well-made 3 to 8 lumen LED light that has 4 settings that include high, low, blinking, and off. To activate each mode, you simply push this soft rubber button consecutively to trigger each function. See? Oh yeah, and one other thing about this micro torch is that it does have user replaceable batteries, which is cool. If you want to learn more about the Bear Grylls micro torch, see my full review on this YouTube channel or at ultimatesurvivaltips.com. Okay, now last but not least, we have the Bear Grylls Compact Scout Knife. The Compact Scout Knife is a lightweight and small folding pocket knife that has a closed length of 3.3 inches and an overall length of 5.8 inches. It has a blade length of 2.5 inches and it surprisingly weighs less than an ounce. It's a drop-point blade with serrations towards the handle to make cutting cord and rope easy. My Compact Scout Knife came really sharp, so kids, be careful. For added grip, this knife has an oversized finger notch in the handle to minimize slipping. See? So when held tight, this knife is very useful and usable by kids and adults. To learn more about this capable little knife, see my full review of the Gerber Bear Grylls Compact Scout Knife on this YouTube channel or at ultimatesurvivaltips.com. Okay, so I was curious to see how much the stuff in this kit would cost me on the street if I bought it all separately and put together my own kit. So I surfed Amazon and totaled up the individual prices of each item. Of course I had to estimate a few things like 6 bandages and 2 disinfectant wipes, but I tried to stay conservative and reasonable and came up with a total of $33.15. And I didn't assign any prices to the Bear Grylls Survival Guide or the Scout Essentials case. So with the street price of this kit, around $30 online, it's a pretty good value for what you get in it. Plus the survival guide and the solid compact case make this kit a pretty attractive package deal. Owner comments are varied and seem to be either very high or very low, and average around 4 out of 5 stars. Most seem to love this kit, especially Cub and Boy Scouts. Many talk about how this kit has most of what they need in a small container. Others complain that this kit is not complete enough. We rate this kit at 4 out of 5 stars for its value, quality, and the thought that was put into it. We really like how small, compact, and versatile it is. We took off 1 star because we would have liked to see a few water tablets, some cordage, and maybe fire steel instead of matches in this kit. So who's the Bear Grylls Scout Essentials kit for? This is a nice pack of gear for scouts, and because of its size and contents, is also a very practical kit for hiking, biking, backpacking, canoeing, keeping in your day pack. It's great for college students, works well as a compact vehicle emergency kit, and it's a good place to start for anyone who's just starting to think about preparing for an emergency or crisis situation. Okay, so the Bear Grylls Scout Essentials pack is not designed for military or tactical situations. It's not designed for extended disaster or emergencies, or as an all-in-one complete survival kit. I don't see this kit as something that Bear Grylls is going to take on his next adventure, but all in all, this is a nice basic kit that's a good place to start for scouts and the rest of us who need a light-duty emergency kit around, just in case. Add to this kit the Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife or the Compact Fixed Blade, some water tablets, some cordage, and the Bear Grylls Canteen for a more rounded camping or basic survival kit. So we've just taken a look at the Gerber Bear Grylls Scout Essentials kit. For your convenience, I've included links to this kit, all of the items that I mentioned, in the description for this review on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Check out all of our gear reviews and survival tips at ultimatesurvivaltips.com. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our free monthly survival tips e-mag. Okay, this is David. I hope to see you on the other side, and remember, be prepared because you never know.